AFTV, Julian, 2-2 draw. For you, fair result, or do you think that, we gave the game away?
Was a fair result, because I thought they were actually more dangerous than we were at times. I can't understand how we could give those goals away, though. I mean, it came down to, for a start, we should have won that game. I mean, let's start with giving compliments to Tottenham. And I know that's something we don't often say on AFTV, but they came and they attacked us and they played a game, they made a game of it. I criticised last week the way Everton approached that game, and I often criticise the way that teams come and play us, and it doesn't make for a good game. Today, we saw the stereotypical good game, end-to-end stuff. Both teams wanted to win the game. The result was, I didn't enjoy that at all. I found the whole experience very, very stressful. And it shouldn't have been stressful, because there were some moments in that game that we should have absolutely dominated it. And the first one was the Jesus miss. We did really well to cut that ball out. He was clean through, and a player of his quality should have put that ball, should have just buried it.
And made it 2-0 as well.
And that would have been 2-0. And the difference would have been, instead of me having, and a lot of us having, a very, very stressful 90 minutes or 100 minutes, we could have actually enjoyed that experience, because I, for one, I didn't enjoy it. I found the whole thing very, very stressful and upsetting.
It's a derby, man. Derbies are always stressful. But even after they pulled it back to 2-2, we had a lot of possession, we had a lot of the ball, but still just couldn't. I don't know about it. We looked leggy today at the end of that game.
It wasn't that we didn't have the possession. We did have the possession, but it's what we do with the possession. And again, I'll reiterate what I said at the beginning, is that when Spurs got the ball and they came forward, they looked more likely to score. They looked more dangerous than we did. So yes, in one way we dominated, but we didn't dominate the good chances. And that's where we've got to sort of look at how we operate. On Wednesday night, we had a similar performance against PSV as we did the season before, but the difference was we were so efficient in front of goal. And in the first half, we were dominant, and we should have been 2-3-0 up, but we weren't. And then what happens? The sucker punch towards the end of the first half, and again, it was sloppy. It wasn't quite as bad as the second goal, which was pretty obvious, which we'll come on to. But that first goal, I think we had 2 or 3 opportunities to clear that ball. We let both Spurs wingers get to the byline and cross it back. And I know you had some criticism of Raya, but for me, I don't think he was at fault for that goal. I think the fault was, as soon as they let those players get to the byline and pull the ball back, what you've got is a situation where it's advantage the forwards. The momentum of players is that they're running onto it. It's really difficult to defend.
Yeah, well, listen, he's finished 2-2. Who out of all the Arsenal players stood out for you?
To begin with, Odegaard. I thought Odegaard was absolutely immense. The way that he was pressing was brilliant. But then what he did, and I'll come on to this, it was a stupid booking. They know the rules. They absolutely know the rules. If you go up to the referee and start claiming that the opposition should be carded, quite rightly, you get carded. And they know that. And as soon as he got carded, he had to be careful. And I thought the intensity actually dropped off a little bit after his yellow card, which was just completely unnecessary.
Well, it's finished 2-2. They look more happier than you can see. All the fans around here, we're all annoyed about it. They're happy, but listen, it's still not a defeat. We're still undefeated. We move on.
Yeah, it's not a defeat. It doesn't feel like a defeat, because the biggest fear was us losing. But I just want to put it into perspective that since we came to this stadium, I've seen Halley's Comet as often as I've seen Spurs win.